Everything is just amazing. Everything is working out for me. This breeze feel fine and dandy and lovely. There's something that is so attractive about the confidence that someone has. The confidence within themselves when they say that they know something or they believe something and they stand on their convictions and they stand on what they believe in. When things or people, the world tries to, change their thoughts or influence their thoughts in a different way, different than, what they initially was thinking or what they believe in, what they believe in as far as themselves, what they're trying to do when it comes to sharing messages. When, people come to try to bring the energy of discouragement or so that one will be feel the feelings of discouragement or where one may feel dismayed, maybe distraction. It's the spirit of distraction. When you have a message or when you're doing something and when you know that you are powerful and you know that you are focused in a certain type of direction and you have certain goals, right? And there's certain things that you want to do, and then there's that energy of those that want to distract you from that, those who want to be seen, those who want to pump fear don't live over here. And when that happens, what do we say fear don't live over here. What's up, Conrad? Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for showing up for me. I'm just making a quick video because they say that there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I have a real quick message. The message of confidence, the message of being built with conviction, the message of standing on what it is that you believe in. Now, am I in agreement with people who are evil? Absolutely not. That's not what this message is about. This message is about whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is that you stand on. Do you have a backbone? you know, uh, you standing for something or falling for anything, in my mother's voice, rest her soul, right? Because that spirit of discouragement is real thick in these times, and that spirit of fear is real thick in these times. And there's people that are trying to show their little ugly face, and they wanna do different things and show their little ugly energy to try to make people feel discouraged or to distract people or make people, they want to lead you off path. If you have a message, you have a divine message, then here they come, right? Here come the devil every single time. So what are you doing to stay encouraged? What are you doing to stay empowered? What are you doing to stay focused? It's so easy for us to be distracted in this time that it's almost disgusting. And when I say that it's almost disgusting, I only use that word because I know that it's intentional. And when you see it, it the spirit of discouragement is real. You have to be able to be strong. You have to be able to have confidence within yourself and stand on what it is that you believe in. When that spirit of discouragement and that spirit of distraction, whether that be in a device, whether that be in a bottle, whether that be in a substance, whether that be in a person, because a lot of times the spirit of a distraction spirit that's trying to distract you from what you're trying to do is in a person. I mean, let's talk about it, right? It's in a person a lot of times. So staying focused on the mission, staying focused on your goals, staying focused on the message, if that's what you're doing, staying focused on that, because the enemy comes in all forms and fashion. And if my late great mother was here, she would say we need to stop talking about that nasty dirty bastard, stop giving them so much credit. But at the end of the day, if we're going to talk about truth and we're going to talk about spirituality, we're going to talk about what's right in front of our face, then I think that it's very important that we talk about the pros, or the cons, or should I say um the real nice and flowing and warm parts of spirituality, and the beautiful parts of the world, um the beautiful parts of life, and then the not so beautiful parts of life, or the things that are the real challenges of our humanness, or if you're a spiritual being, right? Because that whole distraction thing, hey y'all, I don't mean to ignore you. I'm not ignoring you. I promise you I'm not ignoring you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your presence. This is not going to be long. It's going to be very short. I just had something on my heart. And again, as the people from the old school and the old heads will say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You could believe that. So anyway, this is not a sermon. This is not me preaching or whatever, but I just want to take the time to say that the Most High is so good. I'm good. I am well. The Most High is good. And I had a message that I was trying to share, and it was kind of hard to get out or whatever because of the spirit of a distraction, or it wasn't necessarily a discouragement, but I could see how it could become a discouragement, right? Um, but that distracting spirit, I wanted to talk about the importance of God heading your life and God being at the head and the center of your life when you're in a relationship, and the people who who actually uh who's actually spiritually grounded and is working on and nurturing and strengthening their relationship with the Most High, and how it can be a hindrance, or it could be to your detriment, or it can be a distraction when one person is spiritually focused and working on their relationship with God, and then you have a significant other, who this brother, I was talking to this brother, and he was telling me about his child's mother, who is kind of discouraging, and how that's just one of many distractions, or discouraging people. Oh, well, you're doing too much, because he's witnessing, because he's ministering and he's telling people how Jesus saved him. Now, I'm not religious and I'm no longer in the church, but if Jesus saved you, then more power to you. May you stay the course, may you stay focused. But I think that that wouldn't be a wholesome union if the sister is not doing what we naturally do as women in civilization, which is to heal, and which is to pray, and to provide our spiritual vantage point, to make sure that we are supporting our man, or our men, if you will, right? I think that that's, to me, that just seems so unnatural to me. But that was the message that I was trying to get out before I came on here. What's up, y'all? I just want to say hi again. um let me see. Um, who's tapping in? Mr. Earl Patterson, Conrad. What's up, Conrad? Big Boricua. Hey, Boricua. We got Boricua, Puerto Rico in the house. Okay. Let me see. John Bertle Chauffeur, 1994. Okay, you're a 94 baby. Okay. Who else we got in here? We got Haley Horn up in here. Hello, Haley Horn. Nice to have you in here. And everybody that is tuning in. My name is BonaFideQueenBri. I go by BonaFideQueenBri. I like, man, this feels so good, y'all. This breeze and the scenery. I love the green and just the breeze. I like to do music. I like to do poetry. I like to sing. I like to sing in my car. I like to have concerts in my car. I like to sing in the shower. Um, yeah, I love to write music. I rap, so I like to write hip hop music and things. I like to talk about things such as conspiracy theories. I like to talk about truth topics. I like to talk about things that has to do with healing, spirituality, health, self empowerment, motivation, inspiration, all of those good things. That's what I like to talk about. And right now, I was really on a spiritual tip, because I don't think that I got to really build with the brother the way that I really wanted to, and I felt a way. I felt for him, because here this man is talking about he's witnessing, ministering, and he's low key preaching, but it's powerful, and it's so beautiful to see, this brother talking about how Jesus saved him. And of course, like I said, I'm no longer in the church, but at the same time, that is my basis and my foundation. And I think that it's a beautiful thing when you can say that Jesus saved your life and it makes you a better person. More power to you. So when a brother expresses that a sister is not supportive in that way, um I think that these are things that we should be talked about, and we should really keep God as the head of our foundation. If God is not at the head, if God is not the head of household, then I personally don't feel as though it's going to be a union that is wholesome and it's something that is sustainable. And God bless you as well, Haley Horn. Thank you for that. Ashe, ashe. Yeah, so that's really what's been on my mind, and then, of course, talking about that whole spirit of distraction, the spirit of discouragement, um, the spirit of fear. What should we fear for real? Who should we fear for real? It's all an illusion. All of this is a lot of it is just pure illusions. Whether it's right in front of your face, whether it's online, um, you name it. We testing everything and its authenticity, especially because artificial intelligence is everywhere, everywhere, right? So, things are an illusion. You have to test its authenticity. You have to test the endurance. You have to test the strength. You have to test the foundation. Is it something that's really, is it real? Does it have strength? Like, is it gonna last, right? Like, a lot of stuff is just, it's pure illusions, y'all. So, um, for those that's tuning into this, I just want to encourage you to, I'm trying to find my light, the light out here. There we go. I like that. I like that. Okay. So yeah, the message was what I wanted to get on here and say really quick is, you know, stay encouraged. If you have a message, if you have a vision, if you have goals, if God has put something in you, if the Most High has put something in you, don't let the spirit of discouragement, or those who come with the spirit of discouragement, or those who come with the spirit of distraction, or those who come with the spirit of fear, fear doesn't is not welcome over here, and fear doesn't live over here. So it's like, you tell that energy and that, whatever it is, like, nice try, but it's not happening, buddy, right? That those who come with the spirit of they want to distract you, those that come with the spirit of they want to pump fear in you, but for what? Right? Especially when you cut from a certain type of cloth. When you cut from a different cloth, then it's just not so easy to be shaken. You have to have a very steady and stable foundation, no matter if you're having good days or bad days, right? Your foundation has to be strong and stable no matter what, and no matter what anybody say, because a part of that spirit of discouragement is the gossip that people engage in, the things that people say, the things that people try to project on the other people so that they can make them feel bad about themselves, or so that they can kill their confidence. And then you stand, whatever it is that you believe in, or about yourself, you stand on that and you tell whoever that enemy energy is, like, no, absolutely not. We're not doing that. You're not putting no fear over here. You're not about to distract me, and you're not about to project your spirit of discouragement over here either, because I see you. A lot of them, they want to be seen too, right? Maybe they want to be famous. Maybe they should change their maybe they should change their day job. So, anyways, um, there's just certain ways about certain people, and it's just in them. It's kind of like a nip voice. It's not what's on you, it's what's in you. A lot of the things that some people do, and the gifts and talents that they have that are within them, the ways that they are, it's not for everybody, so everybody won't understand. It's when you're literally cut from a different cloth, right? I appreciate that. Your energy is empowering. I appreciate that. And that's how I feel right now, because when I know that I know what I stand for, and I know what I stand on, right? And when I know that I have a vision, I have a mission, or there's something that I'm trying to do, and even when it's something at the least of me trying to get out a message, or I'm trying to say something, and then that spirit of discouragement come, I already know what time it is. I know, I'm very discerning, and I can tell. I already know what time it is. I'm not, this is not my first rodeo. I didn't get to be this age to be a dummy. You know what I mean? Or to not know any better. I know what time it is. Sometimes you could sniff them out from a freaking distance. You already know what time it is. You know when they coming, right? It's that energy is what I'm talking about. So that's where that self-confidence and being built with conviction comes in. It's so important, especially in these times, right? Don't let nobody pump fear into you, right? People are getting, they getting the, they getting the jab, then they getting the left hook and they getting the right hook, and they really just being handled, right? Even on a level of spirit, spiritual warfare, if some people are dealing with that, just do not become discouraged. That spirit of discouragement, and the people who live and they project that spirit of discouragement and insecurity and that smallness that they fear because they're in a box that you refuse to be put in. I'm not preaching, I'm just keeping it real. Okay? If we're saying no to anything in this season, it's going to be that. So let's reject it. Let's say no to it, and we're going to keep it pushing. So I appreciate you again for pulling up on me and for supporting me and just being here. I really, really appreciate that so much. I hope that this message touched somebody where it really need to, because in these times people really need encouragement, and they need reminders that you can do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. But don't ever have me to try to sign off on something that is not going to be healthy or is going to be to your detriment or the detriment of the community, because that's never where I'm coming from. But in this time, just keep it real with yourself, keep it real with other people, and then just keep it pushing. Stay strong in whatever it is that you believe in. Stay focused, stay the course, stay the mission, and you know you're gonna come out on top, and it's all gonna be good, because God is gonna be right there with you the whole step of the way. And I'm going to try to get some rest, and then collect my thoughts, and then I want to do a part 2 or 3 of the importance and the significance of spirituality and relationships, partnerships with your actual significant other. So anyway, um, yes, let's go. I love it. So thank you so much. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will talk to y'all. Uh, yes, part 2. I will talk to y'all sooner than later. Okay. Ashe, ashe.